Izzy and MJ from Endless RVing. So we are Labor Day weekend at an awesome campground. We really like this place.
So what we're gonna do today in this video is we're gonna break it down using the Endless RVing perfect campground criteria.
So if you're joining us for the first time and you're asking yourself, what's this criteria, what they're talking about? Well, we have a criteria we use. We've been using it for all the campgrounds. The first video we did it on, we'll link it above. So we go through a campground and we talk about things we must have, things we like to have, bonuses if they have them, and then of course the deal breaker. And at the end, we let you know how much we paid for it and if we'd come back again.
Right, so for this campground, a little backstory, we're here on Labor Day weekend. We were here for the first time Memorial Day weekend a few months ago. Unfortunately, we didn't do a campground review and we didn't even get to enjoy it because Memorial Day weekend this year in New Jersey was rainy the entire weekend and about 40 degrees.
It was terrible.
It was horrible. So we just pretty much sat on the RV the whole weekend, but now we're really getting to enjoy it. So we're gonna bring that to you.
All right, so let's start. Where are we? We are at Kymer's Campground. It's located in Branchville, New Jersey, which is part of Sussex County. So this campground is on 200 acres in the Kittatinny Mountains.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, Kittatinny Mountains of New Jersey. It's a beautiful landscape. We absolutely love Sussex County.
Yes.
I have said numerous times we would live in Sussex County if it wasn't so damn far from everything. This is like the sane part of New Jersey, I feel.
It's beautiful.
So it's right on the Pennsylvania border. It's close to the New York State border. It is not what you think of New Jersey. We love it up here.
Right. So in terms of location, that's always a must-have for us. That it's not like too far from when we're doing short weekends. This is just about an hour from home, so it's easy to get to. Pretty much mostly highway driving.
And the roads in and out are wide.
Right. So the next must-have is getting in and out and site sizes. We had the same site for Memorial Day that we have this.
I think we requested it, didn't we?
And yeah, we love this site. It's on a corner. It has a huge area for the car, for the RV, with a little grass area.
There's plenty of room here.
There's so much room. And with the sizes, you're not on top of people. Like, you're somewhat close, but we were saying that it has like the state park kind of feel.
Yes.
But in a private campground setting. So it's really nice.
Right. So nowadays, a lot of campgrounds, they're becoming corporate and they're just packing everything. And we've been to those campgrounds, but we really like this. It's like that old school campground feel. It's been in here for a long time. Like, was it Frank Kymer was the original owner? They have him like a little shrine at the front office. It has a rustic feel with the modern upgrades. So the sites have, they're well kept. There's full, hookups. We're going to talk all about everything they have in this video.
Okay, so then in terms of getting in and out, there's some areas in here that are tight, but we could definitely fit a 45-footer in here.
Easily.
No problem.
Actually, the person next door to us are in a huge fifth wheel with a huge truck, and they have no issue getting in.
No, in this area. Now, there are certain sections of the campground that, of course, are smaller, but up in this area, it's plenty spacious. All right, so the next must-have is level sites. Pretty good in that area. Again, depending on where you stay, the area that we stay, it's kind of like I don't want to say gravel. It is gravel, but it's a little bigger. But we were able to level quite well. We used a couple of our Haas pads and a little bit of the jacks to adjust, but it really wasn't an issue at all.
And I also like that they do have gravel. You're not stuck in grass and potentially, having to get pulled out.
Yeah.
Now, talking about the sites, they have all the different types of sites you want here. Like MJ said, full hookups. They also have smaller sites for trailers. They have tent sites. They have cabins. They have seasonal sites, and then they have people that are just visiting like us. So it really has a little bit for everyone. Okay, now, like MJ said, we like full hookups. We have full hookups. That also includes cable.
Yeah.
And how many channels do we have? Like 50?
Like 40 or,
It's pretty good.
40s, yeah.
It's not like high def 4K, but it works.
We really haven't been watching much TV because the weather has been perfect.
Now, on our campsite, and it looks like most of the campsites by us here, everything's upgraded. That box is new. They just put that in this year. It's not even like dirty. And then I'm looking at the other campsites. So what's good is that they look like they're upgrading. They're keeping up. We hate going to campgrounds that they're just dilapidated, right? And just like broken down. They're not putting money into them. It looks like they're putting the money into this. Even this gravel that's down, this looks relatively new because you don't have all the weeds popping out. So this hasn't been here that long.
Now our next must-have is allow pets. If we are planning on traveling with the dogs, we sometimes do leave them at home if it's a longer trip, especially for our older one. But This campground does allow pets. There are tons of dogs here. There's just beautiful trails to walk them and stuff. So yes, if you're bringing your dog, great place to come.
So while we're talking about campgrounds, this video is sponsored by campgroundviews.com. Now this is the latest and greatest thing out there for like campgrounds. This is like a Google Earth, but giving you virtual tours of campgrounds. So right now what they're doing is they have, by the end of the year, they have all the recreation.gov campsites on their website. So essentially you can go, you punch in a campground, you can do a virtual tour of the whole campground in every site and then book from there.
How many times are you trying to book a campground and you're thinking to yourself, am I gonna fit in here? And you're not sure if the campground's really telling you, if you know the truth. You're gonna be able to see every inch of it for yourself.
Now, this is a membership type service, but if you click on the link below, you can get a free membership for 24 hours of full access, and then you're gonna see all the different prices. I think lifetime is like $250, and what's the cheapest, like 20 a month?
It's pretty cheap, yeah. It's for the length of time that you are using the service.
Yeah, we're members, it's outstanding, and we talked to the owner. Their goal is to eventually have every campground in the United States, other than boondocking locations, on their information superhighway. Again, this is the way to go in the future. They're gonna take over. So check it out. We'll put the link below, campgroundviews.com. Now let's talk about things we will like to have. These are not deal breakers, but they're close. So we're gonna talk about space, and specifically space of the campsite. We have a huge site. We have enough room for 2 motorhomes here, plus a tent. There is plenty of space here, so that is not an issue, at least on this site. The next thing we're going to talk about is cellular signal. Now, this is going to depend on the carrier you have. We are currently on Verizon. That's the network we have set up on the motorhome. It is okay. I had to put the big antenna out. Now, granted, like I told you in the beginning of the video, we're in the Kittatinny Mountains. Mountains and cellular signal do not mix well, especially in season. The nearest Verizon tower is like that way, through the rocks and through the trees. We had to put the big antenna out. With that being said, we're getting about 13 meg download speeds, so we're still able to stream TV. If we're uploading things, it's slow.
Right. And I just want to jump in on the space thing, just jumping back one. Our site is huge. Walking around the whole campground though, which we've done, every site has a decent amount of space. You're not finding any that are really on top of each other where you're opening the slides and you're into your neighbor's site. So it's really good.
Yeah, it definitely has, like I said earlier, it has a feel of like a state park.
Yeah.
There's woods around, there's shade. It's not like a parking, like some of these places we've been to, it's a parking lot. It's like crazy, but this feels like a state park, but you have the amenities of the private campground, which we're going to talk about a little bit more.
Right. So the next like to have is not a lot of overhang. That checks the box. We're good.
Everything is trimmed here.
Tons of trees, but everything is kept nicely maintained. And then the next thing like to have is a dog park. This is one thing they don't have, but it's fine because there are so many trails around, and just the campground's huge to walk the dogs, which they've really been enjoying.
Actually, on the way up here, I don't know if you saw it, so probably about 10 minutes from here, there is a dog park, like a town dog park. It's very close to here, I saw it when we were driving. All right, let's move on to the bonuses. The first thing is going to be a campground store, right? A camp store.
I love a good store.
Now, we understand the camp store is like the place where you don't want to buy stuff because they usually rip you off. However, it depends on what you get. So like they have food at this one, breakfast, lunch. It's very reasonable. So like a burger is like $3.
It was very cheap when I looked at the prices.
A pizza, like a little pan or private pizza is like $4 or $5, which, listen, some of these places get you really good.
Yeah, they have pretzels and ice cream and tons of
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, the firewood's about like $6.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. It's good to have that. We like it just in case something you need, right? They have all those little accessories that you may need.
Besides those, the necessities, they have just fun stuff. They have decor for your RV. They have toys. They have games for the kids. I don't know. I like a good store. But they have all that. They have like little like RV pillows, like soft. I actually got mine, one of those up, but the dogs will probably have fun with it. Anyway, tons of stuff in the store. We're loving that.
Now, the next bonus is going to be a pool. They have a big pool. It goes from 3 feet to 8 feet. I guesstimate it's at least 25 yards long. It's kind of like an L, so it goes straight and then makes a hard left. They also have a kiddie pool, and they have a hot tub, which we're going to be using later. A lot of chairs out, big cement patio. It's perfect. It's wide open. There's no trees. It's open to everything. So if you're a sunbather, they have that also.
So the next bonus is scenery. Now, there's nothing crazy fancy here. We've been to places that have beautiful flowers and all these nice things to look at. Again, this really looks like a state park. Tons of trees, as you can see behind us, and that's pretty much it, but we like that. I really like that look.
We go to all different places, right? We go to like the parking lot. We've been to the county parks, the state parks, private parks like this, private parks that are super nice. We're going to a motor coach resort next year. That's going to be like hopefully really, really nice. We like to try all different things.
Now, the next bonus, and this really checks the box here, is activities. They have so much to do here. So they have, we'll start out, when you first enter through the entrance, which we actually didn't mention before. The entrance is nice, it's gated, it's nice and wide, so for whatever rig you're coming in, nice and wide open. Right next to the entrance, there's a little mini golf course, which looks relatively new.
Yeah, it looks maintained.
Yeah, they have a volleyball court, they have tennis courts, they have a basketball court, playground, they have disc golf, which we've never tried before, but I've seen people do it, and I think we're going to give it a shot tomorrow. I'm probably going to be horrible at it, but it looks fun. Ping
pong.
Yep.
And a couple of other things that they do inside. There was another table in there. You said tennis, right?
I did, yes.
Okay, so there's plenty of activities here for anybody that's looking for activities, but in addition to like the sport activities, they have a bunch of activities going on regarding like arts and crafts and bingo and 50/50s.
They have t-shirt design. They have free ice cream, I think. Actually, we got to get Jason on that. I think tomorrow at 4. Yeah, a lot of cool things, and free. Like actually free ice cream.
Well, you're paying for it, but you know, they market it as free.
Anyway, yes, every weekend they're having all different events. So if you have kids, or even if you don't, it's just a really fun place to be. All right, our deal breakers. Number 1, if we're bringing the dogs and they have breed restrictions, we're not going, okay? Because you know that pit bulls are going to be in breed restrictions. We have 2 of the sweetest pit bulls on the face of the earth, and we like to bring them when we go certain places. So there are tons of pit bulls, German shepherds.
All the killers.
Oh, yes. All the vicious. They're all allowed here.
So the next thing is going to be bad reviews. The reviews here are good. They're not 5-star, but they're not like 2-star either.
4s, yeah.
You always got people that are going to complain when you've been around long enough, but for the most part, they are in the 4s, and we have no reason to leave a bad review here.
No.
The next thing is going to be the landscaping. Now, like we said, this is in a forest. We are in the mountains here, so we're not expecting, you know, meticulously maintained, beautiful landscaping. That's not possible, but everything is kept clean. The trees are kept trim, and it's just nice landscape in general. It's nature's landscape. It's not artificial landscape, so we really like it.
All right, so let's break down the cost for you. Now, in New Jersey, there's always a wide range of prices. As we mentioned in a video that we did above, which was the worst campground we ever stayed in, it was like $125 a night.
Which was like 10 miles from here.
Yeah.
What a dump that place is.
Which had nothing, no amenities. Again, we booked it last minute because everything else was booked, whatever. That was $125 a night. This is $72 a night. Now, yes, it sounds expensive, but remember, we're in New Jersey. You have a lot of amenities. It's a holiday weekend, so $72 a night plus $5 a night for Jason.
Which that we don't like.
Right.
Now, for everybody that's going to leave in the comments that they can boondock for free, we understand that. That doesn't exist in New Jersey. Doesn't exist in New York. So if you think it does, you can come here and please, like, let us know, because we know it doesn't exist.
But again, you know, if you're looking for boondock, you don't come here if you're looking for boondock. We're coming here for the amenities and the nice big site and the hookups and things like that. So all totaled, it was $231 for 3 nights of a holiday weekend. So in New Jersey, that's a fair price. Good.
Not the cheapest, not the most expensive. No. It's kind of right in the mean, right in the middle.
But we're happy because you're getting a lot for your money here. You know, it's clean, it's well kept, it's updated. There's a lot to do, and we're really, really happy with it.
All right. So will we come back here?
100%. Yes, we really, really love it here.
Yeah, so in the comments below, let us know, have you been to Kymer's campground, or do you know of any other campgrounds in the PA, New York, New Jersey area that are similar with these kind of amenities, price? Let us know in the comments below. And for myself, MJ, and Jason, he's around somewhere.
Who just woke up. I woke up about like an hour ago.
We thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.